So due to certain circumstances, we weren't able to record the first session of To Crit or Not to Crit. Um, but the basics of what happened are our heroes, Noah, who plays Ravencroft the Rogue, along with Carl the Paladin, who is played by Morris, and then Jacob, who plays Macariana. Jacob's character's name changes once or twice, but it is the adventurers find out about the death of King Red Drought, who is the king of the Icemark. They all are part of a special task force created by King Red Drought as specialized bodyguards and things like that. Um, Theron, who is Red Drought's daughter, who becomes queen after his death, along with her friend Oskin, all embark on a quest to stop the people who killed the king, which is the Polypontian Empire. They're led by General Scipio Bellorum, who is on his way with his full marching force in order to take the Icemark under the Empire's control. First thing that happens is the group goes off to meet up with the vampires in order to kind of rediscuss the truce that they have and hopefully work it into an alliance so that way they can have the vampires on their side. One of the biggest points that they can get is that the Empire doesn't believe in supernatural beings at all. So just having word of vampires means that they're going to be snuffed out almost shortly after the Icemark. So it's better to work together. Theron and Oskin are along with the party, but they really don't play a huge part in the story. They're kind of observers. Oskin is always ready to kind of push Theron to the back so that way she doesn't get hurt. Her normal, warrior nature kind of takes control sometimes, but Oskin's there to level it out. That's why they're not mentioned very often, because the groups usually get a little bit farther ahead than the rest, and things like that. In the first session, they made it into the Ghost Wood after some shenanigans in the Frostmaris, the capital, where they stopped a group of guardsmen who were going to turn crooked and raid the vaults. They stopped them through their witticism and the use of a disguise self spell used to make I believe it was Carl, look like King Red Drought, and it scared the piss out of him. And then after that, in the tavern that night, Macariana met up with a patron named Davin, and they became very intimate that night. And Davin comes up again later on, but yeah, they become very intimate. Another good point is that so the show will be the clips we put up will be kind of in no particular order. This isn't something big we're all doing. We try to play at least once a week, and I record every session with just a singular microphone. That's why some people's audios are bad, because they are a little bit farther away from the microphone. But we try to record once weekly. I'll try and edit it as often as I can, and get it up. But with added support and more people, subscribing and liking the videos, leaving comments on what they do and do not like, will definitely, help go a long way to kind of make this a bigger deal for us, something we do more often. Definitely send us an email with any, ideas that are had for the campaign, any notes, any tips, any kind of side quest ideas. Definitely, homebrew weapons and wondrous items and things like that definitely go a long way to help me out, and they're really fun. So if you want to email us some of that, our email is the number 2 crit or not another number 2 crit, so to crit or not to crit at gmail.com. So the number 2 CRITORNOT, the number 2 CRIT at gmail.com. Same thing for Twitter. We have a Twitter account at 2 CRITORNOT, the number 2 CRIT. And that's our Twitter. I'll try to post things every so often about what we're doing with the campaign, any ideas. Definitely give us a shout out. Retweet it or whatever. Tell your friends about it. Definitely helps us out. and things like that. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely a little more info about what's gone on in the campaign so far. The group managed to go to the Ghostwood, where they were kind of halted by a vampire guard in his vampire bat form. He came in and was there to escort the group to the Black Palace, where the vampire king and queen reside. There they heard on the way there they heard a scream and investigated the nearby cemetery known as the Temporary Cemetery. A bad joke for vampires because if they die to become a vampire, they get buried there only to come back. Anybody who gets buried there becomes a ghost, so it's really just a temporary place to hold the bodies for now. While there, they hear a scream and they investigate, only to find out that there's a fiend holding kind of someone hostage. Not with any nefarious purposes, but she can't escape and she's hiding from it. Theron's family in the past had hunted down the fiends to extinction, or from what they thought, and so Theron kind of gets a little grumbly at this and stuff. The whole beginning part of this hopefully long campaign that we're doing is taking place across the couple first, or the at least two of the three books, if not all three books, written by Stuart Hill, the Icemark Chronicles. They're fantastic books. I'm taking some liberties with some of the stories, but for the first couple small arcs that I have planned, a lot of it is going to be taken from the book. And so, but definitely I recommend reading those. They're great books.